You might want to sit down for this because Samsung's next flagship isn't just a spec bump, it's a full-on identity shift. Weird model names, unexpected design changes, camera swaps that might upset loyal fans, and a battery move that looks smart until you realize what they left behind. Yep, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is getting bold, but not always in the way you'd expect. Welcome back, viewers. Sam here. If you're into tech surprises, wild leaks, and honest breakdowns, hit that like button, share this with a fellow phone nerd, and make sure to subscribe for more. Okay, here's where it gets spicy. Samsung's Galaxy S26 lineup has leaked from multiple solid sources, and the entire series is shifting. Forget what you knew about the Plus model. It's officially MIA. Instead, Samsung's cooking up something called the S26 Edge. And no, it's not just a recycled name, it's an entirely new position in the lineup. The base model, shrinking slightly to around 6.3 inches. The new Edge model, jumping to 6.66, and the Ultra, a huge 6.89 inches. But what matters more is what's hiding inside that Ultra body. Now let's talk code names. Internally, Samsung's calling this lineup Next Paradigm. Translation, they're not just refining, they're rewriting the rulebook. The S25 lineup was already called Paradigm, but this new naming hints at a strategy shift. Fewer models, tighter focus, clearer differences between each phone. The Edge isn't just replacing the Plus, it's slicing into the middle ground with a sharper profile and better specs. And speaking of specs, let's get into the good stuff. The camera. The S26 Ultra isn't sticking with its old 200MP sensor, it's getting a new one completely reworked. The 5x telephoto lens is jumping to 50MP, and even the 3x zoom lens is getting a bump from 10MP to 12MP. Not huge, but enough to sharpen up portraits and zoom shots. Meanwhile, the ultra-wide, rumors say it's grabbing the same 50MP sensor we saw in the S25 Ultra, but this time, it could end up in both the Ultra and the Edge model. That's a big deal, especially considering the S25 Edge's ultra-wide was one of its weakest points. So if Samsung really is giving the S26 Edge a flagship-class camera setup, that's a serious upgrade. Now let's talk about something you'll actually feel when you hold the phone: thickness. Samsung's going all in on slim. The S26 Ultra could drop below 8mm, and the base model might break under 7mm. Sounds sleek, right? But here's the catch: thinner phones often mean trade-offs, and one of them is battery. See, the Ultra is still stuck at 5000 mAh. That's fine, but not exciting. You'd think all that saved space would mean more battery. But nope, Samsung is using that room to slim things down. Why not go bigger? Turns out there's a legal wall in the US once a battery goes past 5400 mAh, or 20 watt-hours. It needs extra safety certifications. That adds cost and complexity. So unless Samsung changes its design to include multiple smaller battery cells, we're probably capped at 5000. But don't worry, Samsung's trying to offset that with smarter screen tech. And this part is actually cool. The S26 Ultra is reportedly debuting a new display technology called COE OLED, which ditches the traditional polarizer for a color filter and swaps in a black pixel definition layer. Sounds nerdy, but the real-world benefits: thinner screens, better power efficiency, and noticeably brighter displays. Even better, a third-gen anti-reflective coating is coming too. So if you've ever tried to use your phone in sunlight and felt like you were reading Morse code through a mirror, this upgrade is going to make a real difference. Glare goes down, visibility goes up. Finally, and yes, that new 6.89-inch screen doesn't mean the phone is getting bulkier, bezels are shrinking again. We're talking 1.16mm bezels. That's almost edge-to-edge. Now here's the bit that might fly under the radar, but it's huge if true: charging. Ice Universe says the S26 Ultra could be jumping to 65W charging. That's not wild compared to some Chinese flagships, but compared to Samsung's current 45W limit, it's a solid step forward. And let's be honest, Samsung has always played it a little safe with charging, so this is a welcome change. So where does that leave us? No Plus model, a sleeker, more capable Edge variant, camera boosts in the right places, a new screen that's both thinner and brighter, and a battery strategy that's clever but slightly frustrating. Samsung isn't playing it safe with the S26 series. They're simplifying, sharpening, and squeezing more into less space, literally. But that also means they're cutting things that didn't work. The Plus model, gone. Thicker bodies, slimmed down, same old camera setup, upgraded where it matters. And that's what makes this launch so interesting. It's not flashy, it's focused. If you're excited about where Samsung is going with this, or if you think they're leaving too much behind, drop your thoughts below. I'm reading every comment. And if you're new here, subscribe for more brutally honest, hype-free breakdowns like this one. Catch you in the next one. Sam out.